Evil Squid Comics podcast. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network.
Don.
Scott.
Andrew.
All right. Supergirl, World of Tomorrow.
The deluxe
Woman
edition.
of Tomorrow. Sorry,
Yes,
Woman of
Supergirl,
Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow.
I know you're
Issues
gonna-
1 through 8. The
I know you're going
deluxe
to post
edition.
this, but can you tell me creative?
Yeah, it's Tom King and Bilquis Evely.
Yes.
I will say,
Never even heard of that.
before I say anything bad, I will say Bilquis Evely is an amazing artist, and I would pretty much read any book she did just because her art's so good. She is cool. The colorist, I think, is really cool. Like, I think visually,
out the colorist.
I think visually this book is pretty cool. I think where it falls apart is the narrative choices Tom King makes.
Well, just that narrative choice in general. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So the idea is it's Supergirl. I think the new movie's kind of based on this, but Supergirl basically is on vacation on a planet
Just cashing checks.
where there's
Probably
not a red sun or whatever sun depowers her. So she's like, it's her 21st birthday. She's getting drunk. She can get drunk because there's no sun or whatever, And while that's going on, there's like a girl whose father has been killed. Yes, Don. Did you have a question?
So, yes, I have a question.
Okay.
So, if she lands on a planet where it takes away her powers.
She took a ship.
Huh?
She has a spaceship to go.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Yes.
say, how the fuck does she?
Yeah, she actually
It's a
took
But that's a very key point to the story. We'll get to that.
because that is a key point.
Okay.
Yeah.
She took a spaceship to get there, yeah, for sure. And Krypto's with her, too.
Mhm.
Yep, she brought the
So
dog.
she brought the dog.
But the dog
Does
has the
sound
same damn
exactly
problem,
like
of
the
course.
movie.
You
So
know?
dog does have the same problem. He loses his powers as well. But anyway, on this planet, there's a girl whose dad got killed by like a scoundrel. And so the girl is all about getting revenge on this scoundrel. Well, somehow her revenge on this scoundrel, I think, does she try to hire Supergirl at one point?
Not at first. She's
I think
trying to hire this other barbarian.
Other guy, and Supergirl's there in the bar, and they
Yeah.
kind of get
And I guess
scuffle.
you are right. I mean, then she tries to hire Supergirl after that, and then Supergirl's kind of going, "No, I'm
not going to kill
do
this
that.
guy for you,
I'm not
or
gonna-
whatever.
You don't need to go get revenge." And it wasn't even that. She wants the revenge. This girl does. She wants to go along. She wants to take the sword and slice this guy that killed her
Yeah.
father. But she needs somebody to help track and find this guy.
Mhm.
And the first guy that she goes to, Ruthie's her name anyway. The first guy she goes to is like, "Oh, just give me the sword and I'm going to go do it for you." She's like, "No, no, no." And Supergirl's like, "Nah, don't do that, dude." Slams him up against the wall, says, "Here's your sword back, little girl." And then she's like, "Well, you help me?" And Supergirl's like, "No."
So anyway, they're heading back to her ship, and this girl's kind of following her. Well, the scoundrel guy gets in the scuffle, and he actually shoots a poison arrow at Krypto and at Supergirl, and she's depowered. And they kind of get in a scuffle, and she kind of gets hurt, and the guy steals her ship.
Yeah.
So
Because
Supergirl
Supergirl was all going to get her on her ship, head back. She's like, "I had my party, got my drunk on. I'm ready to get on my ship, go back to the land of the yellow sun." And meanwhile, she's get the ship started, and she's trying to tell Ruthie, "Get the hell out of here!" She gets shot by an arrow, and the dude fucking runs by and takes her ship, and she's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, so Ruthie and Supergirl, then, it's basically the story of them trying to find this guy and also get off the planet, which they just charter a ship to get off the planet, right?
It's more just trying to find this guy. Now Supergirl's got a stake in the game where she's like, "This asshole took my ship, shot me with arrows, almost killed my
How
dog."
did she not die from that?
Oh, and there's also a thing where
They healed her in that place. So.
yeah, Krypto got hit with a poison arrow, and they need to find the guy and to find the poison so they can heal Krypto. So that's kind of why Supergirl says she's going to help her find this guy, because she needs to find out
How did they
what
heal
arrow
her
he
and
used.
not Krypto?
Well, it was a different poison. Like she
He used different poison.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway,
Honestly,
that's the
not
story.
important because
It's not important because it turns out to be a MacGuffin.
I was going
anyway.
to say it turns out to be retconned at the end.
Yeah, so it's not really important, but that is initially that's the reason why she's going along.
Yeah. Wait, near the end.
So here's the real issue, and I think Scott kind of touched on it a little bit. This girl, Ruthie, is it?
Ruthie, yeah.
Okay, we have her narrating the story very verbosely. Like she is like just talking the whole effing time and just not really saying much. And what's great is this is an 8-issue series. It came out in single issues. I'm reading it in a trade. Well, every issue at the beginning, she tells you the premise again of the whole thing about, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to catch this guy because he killed my dad." I'm like,
she's very verbose.
I don't need. I'm reading this in a trade. I don't need a recap every freaking issue of what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're not. You're
Honestly-
reading it, you're choosing to read it in a trade and not every month.
We're past that.
Yeah,
but they know it's going to be collecting a trade. Write it for the trade.
No,
I don't know.
You
Is
can't
somebody
ever-
really picking up
you-
issue 4
you
of
can't ever-
Supergirl Woman
I
of
just-
Tomorrow?
I
Perhaps.
disagree with you because you can't write for the trade. Write the damn book the way you want to write the
To
book.
be honest,
Is
that's-
how I feel.
the
But I don't need the plot repeated every beginning of every
that
issue.
honestly didn't bother me as much as just the fact Ruthie never shuts up. You
Oh
know?
my God, she talks so much.
It doesn't let you don't get to just see the art flow,
Yeah,
and
there's no
do
flow
things.
at all. Like,
Every freaking time there's like a beautiful set piece that's going on, that's nice action, you get these little fucking yellow blocks all over the place with Ruthie trying to explain
Narrate the
things
whole thing.
narrate from her point of view,
oh
whatever's
my
going
God,
on. And,
it is brutal.
I can understand some of it because it adds this kind of like little
Almost like
you
a
know,
poetic, flowery type of
poetic
thing.
diary,
But
whatever.
oh my God.
Memories. But yet it just ends. For me, this art is so good throughout here that it just struggles. Then when I just want to look at the pretty pictures, in some of this and take a look at it. There is a part towards the end where or I think it was around issue 6 where Supergirl's like on a cosmic horse or something. Comic.
Oh my God, it just goes on
Oh,
forever.
it goes on forever, but the art is freaking
amazing.
cool as hell. It looks really beautiful. It's really well done, and yet I got tons of these fucking yellow blocks all over the place. Trying to flower it up.
Here's the problem. Tom King gets the most amazing artists to work with him, and then he fills the freaking art with words that don't need to be there. It's like, if you have amazing artists, let them do their job, Tom. Go ahead, Don.
Can I want to interject something.
Go for it.
It's different. It's going to take us a little, but it's going to get there because it's the
Oh
same
my God.
thing.
Well, don't
So-
say. I was going to say, now you're going to turn into Tom King here.
No. One of the books that was in the X-Men stuff that I read was a Rogue Storm book,
Okay.
and it was the same thing. The dude that wrote the Storm stuff, it was just filled with fucking words, right? And they didn't even mean anything.
They didn't add anything.
And it covered up the art, and I was just like, I hated it. I couldn't read it. I was like, shut up.
Right.
Like, this is too much.
It's a visual medium. Let the
Yes.
art do its job.
And I mean, it drove me nuts. So I'm gelling with you on this, completely, because I had the same experience.
this
with
is a-
different book.
Especially like when you get towards the end, and maybe by this point in time I was just wore out and
Right.
kind of wanting to get through there. There is like these big fight scenes with Supergirl trying to fight this big group of brigadons, or something like this. And like I said, throughout the entire thing, there are little yellow blocks through everything where I'm like, oh my God, I just want to, see some action at this point in time and just look at it, instead of trying to read all this stuff about
I can't
what's
believe you
going on.
finished it.
So,
It's close.
so
I
it's
can't
a,
believe
it's
it.
a cool story.
it's a great,
It's a good
really
story. It's
cool
got great art.
idea. It's a different take on the Krypton people, and going, hey, yeah, here's a woman who's like, I just want to feel human for a little while and have just get drunk, I've dealt with all this crap. I just want to let loose for a little bit. And then she gets pulled into some crazy ass thing, and then is trying to help this other girl, out. So, and as they're traveling around, each, issue takes place, as one piece of their, journey to find this guy. And, they, see different horrors of the world or see other great majestical sights, whatever else, And so, in a lot of ways, it's kind of a cool super girl, man, whatever you want to go with, any of them, Krypton type of story. I thought, taking into a lot of those ideas of the red sun, the green sun, the yellow sun, and how they get their powers. But, oh my gosh, that narrative aspect.
I was going to say, it's got a cool message. Like, it has a cool thing to say about, like, vengeance and forgiveness and moving on. And, it's got a cool thing there. But, man, getting there is just painful.
It is. What did you think of the ending, though, overall?
I like the ending. I
Did
thought it
you
had
like
a
that
cool
ending?
message. And it was kind of like, vengeance, doesn't solve anything. Violence doesn't solve anything.
But, okay, so I thought that, too, at the time. But then at the very end... Well, no, but the very end. So I'm all with that in that the last freaking page of the book is she gets her vengeance.
Yeah,
After
that's
all.
true.
So, you've built up this whole story where I'm going, oh, wow, look at that. You're showing that vengeance and, take you over and whatever else. But yet when this person's old and gray or whatever, and one of the last things they get to do before they die is I finally get to take that asshole out. I'm just like, I'm now the message to me is confused. Oh, it's don't do it there. Go live your life and then get vengeance at the very last minute.
That's fair.
I don't know. It just seemed a little odd there at the end. Like
Kinda
it's like
missed the mark.
we gotta take this out. Finish
They had
this
their
off.
cake and they ate it too.
I think I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that's what he wanted to do by the end was go, well, that guy really was an asshole. We should probably kill him off. And Ruthie should be the one to do it. So spoiler alert there.
Spoiler
There you
alert. All right. Cool.
Nice.